Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. I know we certainly enjoyed going to the fair. And I think we both were like, we should come back next year. It was definitely that kind of feeling when we left. And maybe we'll actually do costumes.
Hey, if I get to dress up like an archer, as long as I don't have to wear tights.
I will not make you do Robin Hood in tights. Hello everyone and welcome back to Around World in 80. Today we're going to talk to you about, that was high, right there. There it is. Today we're going to talk to you about going to the Scarborough Fair. So we showed you guys how we made our outfits a couple of weeks ago, and this is the excursion we got to wear them at. Mm-hmm. It was much hotter than last year.
Yeah.
And subsequently there were a lot more people.
Yeah.
How long did we wait in traffic just to park?
30 minutes.
Yeah, I bet.
On a little backside country road.
Yeah, which we were not
bumper
expecting. Because last time we literally just drove in because it was so cold nobody wanted to go.
There was a protester on the side of the street. That was interesting.
That was interesting.
She was protesting the elephant rides.
And then once we got in, we parked, we got the rest of our costume pieces on, got Reagan all loaded up in the stroller, and by that time we were a little bit late to one of the things that we wanted to do, but judging on the last half of what we saw, we didn't miss much.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a champion sword fighting tournament or whatever. It was clear that they were not hired actors.
That's a good way of putting it.
They may have rehearsed it once or twice.
Maybe. They had no audio equipment, so it was hard to hear what they were saying in the first place.
Yeah. The audio stuff wasn't half bad, but the sword fight was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. It was pretty slow, and I was like, ooh. Okay.
They clearly are not master swordsmen.
No, it was not a fast-paced sword fight typically.
No.
Some of them were a little better than others. Some of them really got into it, but some of them were pretty slow.
Yes.
It was entertaining either way, though.
It was very entertaining. But yeah, so we didn't miss much, and then we just kind of started making our way around the fairgrounds. There was some kilts for sale and other random things, lots of food. We got to let Reagan go take a picture with a unicorn, mm-hmm. Which I think she actually really enjoyed. She didn't enjoy being in the saddle, but she enjoyed being able to just watch the unicorns eat. Mm-hmm. You could pet them. She wasn't really interested in petting them.
Not too much.
But she was really cute. And while we were looking at the unicorns, there was a guy that actually understood that she was supposed to be a Sheikah Slate. So that was cool. That's always a very gratifying thing as a cosplayer, is when somebody not only recognizes but understands your outfit. It means you put enough detail into it to get the point across. Cute little Sheikah Slate you got there.
Oh my goodness.
What are you doing? Alright, we got the tunic, got the boots, spin so you can see the sword. Woohoo! Very nice, sir, very nice. Where's your Sheikah Slate? She's trying to climb. Oh yeah, you climbing?
Ta-da! Pretty good.
Yay! Reagan says yay. You want to show off your outfit? Come here. Show off your outfit. Woo! Look. Good job. Can you dance? Say spin. Spin. Good job. Yay.
And we're off.
What do you think, Reagan? Are they eating? Yeah, is that a unicorn? Say hello. Nope, we found a stool we want to
Going
go.
down the hallway.
We need to for Miss Reagan to be comfortable.
Hold on.
Hi, Reagan! Reagan! No.
Oh, we went to the jousting tournament.
That was kind of cool.
That was very cool. It had a very abrupt ending, though. Again, limited audio equipment. Plus, we were not in the main area of seating. We were kind of under a tree.
We were in the peasant viewing area.
Yes. So, and Reagan was sleeping, so we didn't necessarily want to be in the middle of the action. But they had like a narrator. They had some royal people sitting in like the balcony, probably with air conditioning.
There was no air conditioning up there.
No. It
It
was
was
in the
just
shade.
It was just an open seating area, but it was up on top of the castle wall.
Right. And also
Um,
on top of the castle
in
wall
shade.
were live musicians.
Yeah, they had a trumpeters, and a drummer, and
Yeah.
so they did all like it wasn't recorded stuff.
No.
It was good. And the guys riding the horses were pretty skilled.
Yeah.
They riding the horses, like they actually had lances and stuff that they used.
They did a thing to like determine order where they had to like
Catch
a
a
ring
ring
was thrown up in
with
the air
their
and they had to
lance.
catch it with their lance. That was actually impressive.
Pretty impressive. It wasn't so much a lance as it was a long stick. But
Yeah.
then they did use actual lances
Yes.
and hit each other's shields and stuff. No one fell off a horse. I was
No.
disappointed. Then they
Well,
did a sword
and you
fight,
could
which
notice-
was much more intricate than the previous ones we had
Yes.
watched.
It was actually very good. And the people that were doing it had a little bit more acting skills, and they really did get into it, and it was fun. And they definitely had different characters that they were playing, so it was obvious to see like who's the good guy versus the bad guy.
Yeah.
They did do some like stunt sticks, so like one was meant to break while they were jousting, so that was interesting to watch. And the horses were just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So that was fun. I really enjoyed that. And then that was when we got some food. We watched.
I got to stand in the shade and eat my Reuben sandwich.
Yes.
Very medieval.
And then I got fajitas, also very medieval. Reagan got a little slushy thingy to keep her cool. Then we just kind of wandered the shops. Saw some cute little dolls that somebody made. What else did we see as far as the shops go?
Well, they got the glass blower in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
The blacksmith, not metallurgist, blacksmith. Bunch of jewelry shops. There's
Bunch of
obviously
jewelry shops.
clothing and costumes and all kinds of
There
different
was
things.
the wood carver.
Carpenters. There's always carpenters there.
Yeah.
And then we actually got ourselves a new set of wind chimes from one of the places based out of Austin.
Yeah. Jared
makes
had
really
saw
nice wind
them
chimes.
last year, and you literally have been talking about them ever since.
She makes it seem like I'm obsessed with wind chimes. I'm not.
No, but we would be out in the backyard, and we had our little dinky wind chimes, and Jared's
From Hobby Lobby.
yeah, and
I
Jared's
like
like,
this
we
song.
should buy wind chimes that like actually sound
Need
good.
actual nice wind chimes out here.
So like every time we'd be in the backyard, you would mention it.
Not every time.
Reagan, can you say cheese? Who's that? Who's that? Hi, Reagan. What is that? Oh, is that a coffee grinder?
Coffee grinder.
That's like the one you got me that's sitting in the garage.
Kind of, yeah.
So last year when we went, pretty much only the hardcore people showed up, so everybody was in costume.
Mm-hmm.
And this year,
Except us.
yeah, and this year there were way more people.
The commoners were out.
The commoners were out, and they were not necessarily dressed up.
Not in the least.
But there were a lot of good costumes. Like we actually saw a foursome, I guess. But they were all dressed as Tangled, the TV series.
There's one other couple there that were a Link and Zelda type costumes. That was kind of fun.
And there were lots of little kids that had kind of like just a shield or something Link related.
We saw a medieval Captain America.
Oh, that was
lady.
fun. Yeah. You had a little
There's
kid.
actually two of them.
You had a little kid challenge you to a duel.
Mm-hmm. He wanted to fight Link with the Master Sword.
Yes, he did. I consider that a success in a cosplay.
His parents said no and then walked off, and I didn't have time to tell him that should we fight with the Master Sword, it would seal him into the darkness, and that would not be good. His
Yeah,
parents
he
would not like me, so
You didn't get to use your line.
yeah, should respectfully decline, but
That was funny. The other shop that I thought was really interesting was the beeswax and soap shop. They actually had some candles, like one looked like a TARDIS, one looked like a Pikachu.
yeah, they made all kinds of different shapes and stuff with their candles.
Yeah, that was fun. After
We
that,
had seen most everything. We had seen a lot of the events. The lines to see other stuff were getting kind of long. It was still crowded in. On top of that, I was in a long sleeve shirt under this with my tight pants on, and it was like 90 degrees out, and I was like...
Reagan was also get very upset about the heat. So we had been there for long enough, and we called it good, and we went home, and we got Sonic on the way home. It was a good day.
With also a very long line.
Yes. Well, thanks for watching, guys. If you guys get to go to the Scarborough Fair, we highly suggest it. And we will see you guys maybe next year. Bye!